Okay, today we've got a doozy. So this is a follower of Light Tajiri Bey. Okay, she's gonna spew out a bunch of stuff in her intro. Her intro is probably gonna take 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm not exactly sure, but she's gonna make all these outrageous claims about being indigenous to this land, and Morocco, and the Washington for the District of Columbia, and just making some outrageous claims, being of Moabite and Canaanite descent, and the great pharaohs of Kemet and crap like that. I just had to just have you just Google the pharaohs of Kemet, the Moabites, and the Canaanites. One of the more famous Moabites is Ruth the Moabite, and she is a lot light skinned than this woman. And I'll just comment here and there going through the video. So here we go.
Standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3 Moorish American Al-Moroccan court action. We are the sovereign living justice in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, and in proprio solo, at all times and at all points in time.
She gets all this from Light Tajiri Bey and her freaking court actions. Light Tajiri Bey doesn't do this that much anymore. So again, on we go to listening to this crazy woman.
All Moors, I and all Moors, are the original indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Al-Moroccan, Moorish American ascendants for the great pharaohs for Kemet.
For the great pharaohs of Kemet. It should be it's like descendants of.
And the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. I am Chief Governing Justice Kenesha LaShawn Lamb. My free Moorish appellation is Karima Kenesha LaShawn El Bey. Both appellations are in red ink, in capitis diminutio nolo and solo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, at all times and at all points in time. I hereby terminate all dead corporate contracts, nunc pro tunc.
Yeah, good.
Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original indigenous, natural, divine, ancient empire state from Morocco, and the lawful, factual Moorish National Republic federal government.
No such thing.
The Universal Moorish American Consulate.
No such thing.
Washington District for Columbia.
There she goes.
And the Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. We are the sovereign fiduciaries, receivers, secured creditors, executors, trustees, ministers, claimants, and beneficiaries in this concluding cause for action.
All this mumbo jumbo there, honey, is for nothing. This is just crap that you, Light Tajiri Bey, and Taj Tariq Bey all made up. This has nothing to do with, I hate to defend them, is the Moorish Science Temple. This is a cult. And again, has nothing to do with the Moorish Science Temple of America. They use that for their bogus claims and stuff like that.
We are peace. We are one nation, one state, one empire, one God.
There is no Moorish American nation or nationality. Your nationality is an American. You live in the United States of America. If you lived in Morocco, it'd be Moroccan. So, come on, woman. Wake up, get your brain off of drugs, and move on and get out of this cult.
We hereby accept our sovereign ascension, issue a state and federal creditors bill for possession against all judgment debtors, and exercise all sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. The date the custodian subjects are committed to appear is today, August 28th, 2023, by the Greco-Roman year. This court is presiding 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. The cause for action is unlawful occupation on sovereign indigenous land.
And I bet you think this is the United States of America belongs to the Moorish American, which you are 100% wrong.
This court has sovereign jurisdiction in all matters on our land.
You have no jurisdiction whatsoever, even if you were a legitimate judge.
This Article 3 court is calling all corporate citizens, subjects, custodians, and all principals, agents, heirs, assigns, and all derivatives thereto. The subjects are commanded to appear when their name is called.
And guess how many people are going to show up to your bogus court action there, sweetheart? Zero, zip, nada.
This court calls forth Long and Foster, organization named Long and Foster, which goes by other additional names such as Long and Foster Real Estate Inc., Long and Foster Kitty Hawk OBX NC Realty, Long and Foster Oceanfront Virginia Beach Inc., PME Whole Foods VB LLC, EFC Laskin LLC, JTR LLC. We will now call forth the subjects. John Nicholas D. Ambrosia, doing business as broker of record, senior vice president. Subject Marilyn Santiago, doing business as real estate individual, realtor, salesperson. Harriet Kralik, doing business as real estate individual. Tammy Lynn Schilling, doing business as real estate individual, salesperson. Step forward, subjects. Joan Beverly Buckley, doing business as real estate individual, salesperson. Katie Zarpas, doing business as real estate individual, salesperson.
Nobody showed. I wonder why.
You will be asked 3 questions to which you will answer no if the answer is no, and yes if the answer is yes. Any other questions you may have will be answered by sovereign affidavit. This sovereign court has jurisdiction in all matters non-pro-tunc and at all times. Who are you? State your name and nationality for the record. Where is your proof that you have the authority to make demands on my land? Do you understand that no United States corporation, company, citizen, nor their agents, principals, heirs, assigns, nor any derivatives?
Okay, there's, again, the sovereign citizen ideology with the United States of America corporation company. There is a United States corporation company. I'm pretty sure it's a trucking company based out of Texas. I found something like that a while ago. I'm not 100% sure, but there is a business that's called that. The United States of America in Washington, D.C., the President of the United States and Congress are not a corporation. This is just sovereign citizen ideology, and she'll mention this later on in the video that she's not a sovereign citizen.
There too has personal jurisdiction, nor territorial jurisdiction, nor subject matter jurisdiction over me or any more.
Yeah, too bad there isn't any Moors in the United States of America. How can that be?
Do you understand that you're bound by the Constitution for the United States,
Constitution of the United States,
1789 and 1791? Do you understand that you're bound by the Treaty for Peace and Friendship?
The Treaty of Peace and Friendship is all about shipping and commerce. Nothing else. It doesn't apply to any citizen here in the United States of America.
1786 and 1836. Do you understand? The corporation, company, citizens, custodians, subjects, and all agents, heirs, principals, assigns, and all derivatives, therefore, were commanded to appear and state their name and nationality for the record to the people. who are the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Moorish American Consulate, Sovereign Universal Ancient Natural Divine Heirs at the Empire State for Morocco, Al Morocco, North America, Central America, South America, all adjoining islands, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa.
They love to use the term Amexem. We've looked it up a number of times. The word doesn't exist in a dictionary.
You are subject to the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. You are subject to the Moors. You are subject to the Moorish American Nationals at all times, not pro tunc. The Provost Marshal has been notified. For the record, on the record, and to let the record show, Moorish American Nationals do not suffer from
Okay, if the Provost Marshal has been notified, let's see proof. If you guys are sending stuff to the Provost Marshal, they're seeing your name and stuff like that, and they're throwing that shit away because it has nothing to do with anything you are doing whatsoever. I mean, at first, when they started doing the court actions, they were sending them to The Hague in the Netherlands. I have no idea why. Then I have no idea why they're doing this now with the Provost Marshal, because probably they weren't getting any response, and the Provost Marshal will probably change to something else here in the near future.
constitutional psychopathic inferiority. Moors are not Negro, colored, Black, African American, person.
Okay, the Moors were, let me repeat myself again, were of Arabic, Egyptian, and Berber descent. Okay. Yes, there were a few Black/African Americans. I shouldn't say African Americans, just Africans, Black Africans, and stuff like that. 10% of the Moorish Empire were people that looked like you, honey. But here in this country, I have not seen a single light skinned person claiming to be Moorish American. Why is that?
Persons, corporate persons, 14th Amendment persons, or any of the brands and tags that have been placed upon them which denote to chattel property and forced servitude. Moorish American nationals are not above the law or the government. Moorish American nationals are the law and the government.
Moorish American, there's no such thing as that. You are just like any other citizen here in the United States. The laws apply to you. Point blank.
Moorish American nationals are not sovereign citizens. The term sovereign.
Moorish American nationals are sovereign citizens. And if you go over to the New Jersey Homeland Security website, you'll notice that you guys also been labeled as domestic terrorists and paperwork terrorists. And yes, Pauline, they know who you are. Terrorists.
Sovereign and citizens do not go together, as that is considered an oxymoron and contradictory relative to linguistics. Moors are creditors and not debtors on our sovereign lands. Moors do not wear masks. We are our most authentic, original indigenous selves.
You're not indigenous.
Federal Reserve debt notes have been forever outlawed on our land, and gold backed Moorish sovereign dolarium is lawful currency, not pro tunc. This government speaks by sovereign universal international affidavit. You have 60 seconds to respond to this sovereign affidavit. Silence is acquiescence. Therefore, those who do not speak when commanded have consented to our universal jurisdictional authority by way of this sovereign court action.
They say that because they know that these people are never, ever going to come on here and do all this crap. So if you don't speak, you're guilty. That's what they're talking about.
As the corporate parties did fail to appear and or respond point for point. This calls for action is now adjourned. Islam, Islam, Islam.
So I'm wondering if in the Catholic community, Do they go, when they greet each other, do they say Catholic, 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 or the Jewish community, Jewish, 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 or the Baptist community, Baptist, Baptist, Baptist? Do all they greet by the religion that they're practicing? I think not. So, thank you all for listening to this. Here we go, another crazy cult member of Light Tajiri Bey, and thank you all for listening.